Meowdy! Hello, hello! How are you guys? I'm so glad I get to finally talk with you guys. Took so long to resolve that. I feel like 90% of the time the solution is just to turn on and off the computer again. I mean, I think you guys have seen my my previous escapades with technology and stuff, and it seems like generally that's the answer. But hello everybody! Hello Fuzzy Mandrake, hello Caleb, hello Chiba, hello Joshua, hello Johnny, hello Lucas, hello Purokupo, or Popuko. Hello Johnny Cat, and hello Caleb. Oh, actually I just repeated your name, but you get 2 hellos. I'm feeling generous today. But how is everybody doing? I had a pretty nice day. Kind of an interesting day. You might not think so, but my parents have been searching for this like dinner plate set, and so we've been going to like TJ Maxx's everywhere. If you don't know what TJ Maxx is, it's sort of like a chain thrift store in a way. Not exactly, but basically the stuff that people don't buy goes to TJ Maxx. It's sort of like Marshall's, but TJ Maxx has all different kinds of things, and sometimes you can actually find really good finds in TJ Maxx, but you have to look through a lot of shit to find the good stuff. And we were able to find the dinner plate set that we were looking for. It was something with a bunch of like pheasants, you know, perfect for Thanksgiving time. Also, hello, Roro! Sorry, I'm late. I was playing Yakuza Kiwami for the first time. Oh my god, that sounds like so much fun! I've been enjoying Yakuza a lot as well. And you just got your hair cut, Caleb. Very nice, very nice. I need to get a little trim soon. Hi, Spooky Spinach! Here's your daily head pat. Hey, thank you, Joshua. I'll never say no to a head pat. Unless you haven't washed your hands first, of course. But yeah, we ended up finding the plates that we were looking for. They're really cute. And it was a little bit of a sense of accomplishment because we'd been to like 5 or so. And, you know, I kind of hate TJ Maxx, to be honest. Like, my parents are obsessed with it, but I kind of hate it. And the one that's nearby my house is like really ugly and gross. So I went to the other TJ Maxx's and I was surprised by how like clean and nice they were. I mean, it wasn't like super fancy or anything, but it was better than I expected. And, you know, I was pleasantly surprised, I guess you could say. Your hands are clean. Good, Joshua. Good. Friendly reminder to all the Pomodachis to wash your hands after using the restroom. Yes. That's some good advice right there. Yeah, I do 90% of the time. Sometimes though, like when I have to use the restroom in the middle of the night, I don't wash my hands. 'Cause I'm sort of like a zombie when I have to get up in the middle of the night, or even in the morning. Like, if I'm half asleep, but like I'm still kind of awake and like walking to go use the restroom, I don't want to do anything that could possibly wake me up. Also, hello, Ami! Like, even when I'm using the restroom, I'm like closing my eyes, and then like, if anybody tries to talk to me, I'm like, don't talk to me right now. So I just do everything I can to stay asleep, that way when I get back to bed, it'll be alright. Yeah, but recently I've been having a bunch of spooky ooky dreams, so that's not been fun. I don't know. I think I probably dream more than the average person. Poneko, that's gross. It's just at night time when I have like a midnight pee. I can't help it, man. If I do that, then I'm gonna wake up and not get any sleep. And what's more important than me sleeping? That's right, nothing. But, you know, like, obviously, for the most part, you don't usually have an excuse. But that's mine. That's mine at nighttime. And, you know, my sleep is more important than that. You just gotta make sure you use a lot of extra toilet paper. You don't wash your hands at work because they get dirty anyways. What sort of work do you have? I mean, because, like, obviously, if you're in the food service, that probably is against the law, I think I've heard. But if you're doing something, like, with mud or whatever, it makes sense. Also, hello, Cooler Soup Bonks. No! You're creative, so you have much dreams. Maybe. Also, hello, Missy! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it was kind of scary. I had this one dream where, some person was, coming into my house. I have that a lot. Like, I think the bad dreams I have are always, like, somebody coming in my house and, like, trying to either kill me or kidnap me. I'm laughing, but honestly, like, I'll have a lot of dreams, too, where I'm asleep in the dream, but then, like, in the dream, I'm woken up by, like, somebody trying to open up my window and, like, grabbing me. And it's very scary because it's like, it feels like real life, but it's not. It's not, thankfully. But I do make sure to close my window at nighttime for that very reason. Like, I will not sleep unless the window is closed. It's, I also like to keep the door closed as well, like at nighttime. That's like my, one maybe kind of peculiar habit is I try and keep, like, my room as closed off to the outside as possible. Well, you're in the food service, so you follow that rule. Trains are dirty as fuck. Oh, do you work at a train? I see, I see. Imagine having dreams. I mean, I have some decent ones, too. Like, I have a lot of dreams where I'm going on vacation, which I definitely prefer those to the bad dreams that I have sometimes. But it's really like a 50-50. Like, I think I used to be worse at remembering my dreams, but now when I wake up from a dream, I, like, think about it. Maybe somewhat unintentionally, but I know for a fact, like, thinking about your dream, like, right after the second it happens helps you remember it, because if you don't think about it or don't write it down, you know, you can do one or the other. You can, like, think about it or you can write it down. You probably won't be able to remember your dream. How about dreams within dreams? Oh, yeah. I've had those before. I've had those sort of dreams before. Dreams where I'm sleeping. Dreams where, like, I'm doing some really mundane things. Like, I think, the scarier dreams I had are, like, somebody coming into the house, somebody trying to kill my pets. Those are not fun. Some of the kind of more fun, scary dreams, though, are honestly, like, the zombie dreams that I have. Because while they're scary, they're a little bit exciting, you know? It's sort of like you're in a zombie TV show, which sounds hell-ish, and to a certain extent it is, but it isn't as bad if nobody that you know is dying. That's my standard. You barely got sleep because your neck was preventing you to sleep? Oh, that stinks, Joshua. I hope that your neck feels better. Yeah, my neck and my back have been fine recently in sleeping, but you know, I've stayed at hotels with, like, rock hard pillows, and that really hurt my neck and made, like, impossible to sleep. It's kind of hard for you to think about your dreams when you have aphantasia. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's kind of interesting. I don't know what that is, but that's interesting. You just go to sleep and wake up because of your clock, but that's weird to hear that sometimes you run in a dream and you can't. Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes where I know I'm in a dream, and then there's sometimes when I know I'm not, and then, like, other times where it's like, ooh. But I've definitely, more than a couple of times, like, woken up from a bad dream. The worst thing, though, is when you wake up from, like, a kind of good dream, or, like, at the cliffhanger of a dream, because it might not necessarily even be the best dream, but, like, you wanted to know what was gonna happen next, and then having it end that way was just very, very unsatisfying. That's happened to me a lot as well. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Whew. I'm gonna take some water. Yeah, dreams are strange though. Apparently they happen during like a REM sleep, the deepest part of your sleep. I've had a few times where I've sleep talked. I've never sleepwalked before though, but I have actually yelled out things or like said things when I was asleep. Cause like I don't remember them. Sometimes I'll like yell at somebody and I won't remember it. Apparently, when I was a little young child, you know, and I'm not sure if you guys have ever done this, but like when you're like super duper young, it's not really that odd to like sleep with your parents and stuff. And so one of the times, I was probably like 5 or something, I don't know. And I woke up. I got up. Well, actually not really. I was asleep, but I like stood up with my eyes closed in the bed, like my torso was up. And then I bonked my mom in the head and said, "Peregrine took." Which I think that means like fool of a took or something. I'm pretty sure that's what Gandalf said to Pippin in Lord of the Rings. Because when I was younger, I would watch Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Aphantasia is the ability, or the inability to picture images in your mind. Oh. Huh. But aren't you like a crazy good artist? I feel like that would be very difficult to do with that condition. Huh. I see. When you have nightmares, it's the worst because I always get stabbed or something. Yeah, I've been stabbed in my dreams. That's happened a couple of times. Yeah, I've seen some shit. Have you ever had a dream where you're falling and fell out of bed, but right in the middle of falling? Not exactly. I have had dreams where I've been falling and then like before I fall to the ground, I like wake up or something. I've had dreams where I've been on like the top of a plane or something and like fighting somebody and then like I fall down. All I found out was the outfit would have ring pizza. Was that your dream? Why do you think I post like once a year? I see. You use all of your creativity at once. It was the worst. Yeah, I mean, I know that I have had times where I'm not necessarily dreaming, but like where it feels like I'm falling or like where it feels like the bed is shaking or where it feels like I'm being like propped up to one side and falling down even though I know that my bed is level. Yeah, I don't know what causes that though. It's quite weird. It's quite strange, really. And sometimes it isn't even a nightmare, it's a normal nap. Last one I got a metal thick thing stabbed in my leg. I had to remove it and I felt all of it. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, I've had a few dreams where I've actually felt the pain, like for real. But those are pretty rare. Yeah, one of my most common recurring dreams is of my teeth falling out or something. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes I really dislike my personality in dreams because there are some times where, like, I'm myself, but then there are other times where it's like, I'm not me, but, like, I am, you know? Where it's like, I'm myself, but I have a different personality, or I'm like, oh my god, why did I do that? That was so embarrassing, or that was so stupid. You feel me? Also, hello, Legations. Welcome. Hello everyone, anyone here fancy themselves dream interpreters? Because I've had a really weird one several years ago, but I can't stop puzzling over it. Well, I'm not a dream interpreter, but I did graduate with a degree in psychology, so I could give it a try. Honestly though, I think that dream interpretations and stuff are kind of fun, but I don't think that they're like super duper scientific. I think that they can probably help tell if you're like kind of stressed out maybe, but I don't know about all that stuff like, you know, you had a dream about a cigar and a cigar is kind of shaped like a, you know, a phallic object, so that means you're thinking about sex. I don't think that is necessarily true. But I do think that our dreams can probably tell some things about ourselves, but honestly, sometimes it's like, I don't wanna think about that. There's only one dream that you remember with 100% clarity, and obviously you end dying. Oh no! That stinks. I'm glad that I can at least remember both the good and the bad dreams. Not, you know, even though I would say maybe like, 20% of my dreams are like neutral. Probably like 40% are bad, and like, what's math? The other 30%? No, 20%. Wait, what did I say earlier? I don't know. You have dreams where your friend in active duty military becomes POW, and I'm supposed to go back with the special forces guys and have to rescue my friend. Weird being back in the military even in dreams. Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time. That happens to me all the time, but not the military part. Not me going to the military to go rescue my friend, but something similar where I go back in time to like elementary school, high school, college. You know, I've had that multiple times. Like, it honestly isn't even that rare for me. Like, probably once every month I'll have a dream where like I'm back in elementary school. And it's weird because I kind of like myself now, but I'm also like an elementary schooler. Like, I'm not thinking that there's anything weird about me being in elementary school. But yeah, it's strange. Cause like, I'll definitely have dreams where it'll be like of a certain part of my life where I'm just going along with it. I'm like, yep. Yeah, I'm a third grader. What about it? But sometimes it's like that. Why your face is like you are drunk. Well, I'm not drunk. I just have my water with me. But sometimes like I do think that my VTuber model is kind of unconventional to a lot of others because it is drawn by the amazing Funamusea, and her art style is truly unlike any other. I'm generally of the same opinion that dreams reveal hidden facets of our personalities that we don't want to confront, from the mundane to the crazy. Yeah, I think that some of that might be very true, but it might not be as literal, I guess, as one might think. I think it more reveals about our current emotional state, maybe, than, like, ourselves in general, but who knows? I might be very wrong. I'm not really certain. I don't know what anyone says about those dreams where you fall and wake up right as you hit the ground are terrifying. Yeah, those dreams are definitely very scary. Oh my god. But the worst thing is like, when I've had these dreams where somebody is coming into my house and I'm like sleeping on the bed, and it's like all of the perspective is the same as like real life, and then I wake up from that dream like with my heart pounding and like looking around like, that was a dream, right? That didn't actually just happen. It's so scary. Joshua, thank you for your money. Everyone buy Coke and make me rich. Johnny Cat, are you invested in Coke or something? Why invest in Coke when you can invest in Pomodachi coin? You know, put all of your eggs in one Pomodachi shaped basket. Now that Cooler Soup said that, reminds me of when I was running out of oxygen mid-dreaming. Was that in the dream itself, or were you running out of oxygen in real life and that happened? Pretty spooky. I remember when I used to sleep with my cats, I would sometimes be afraid of running them over. Like, you know, accidentally crushing them. Because I kind of toss and turn when I sleep. I like to I like to have the whole bed, you know. I extend my arms out and my legs as well. Now sometimes I'll just go in one little corner. I don't know. I'm kind of picky about it. There is Pomodachi coin. Where? Yes, Pomodachi coin is coming soon. So make sure you save up all of your money and all of your stocks. Give me the money, and I will give you the Pomodachi coin. You know, I'm the one that's really giving you guys a good deal. The Pomodachi currency is worth $1 billion. I said so it's true. I have a question about sleepovers. Do friends sleep in the same bed? Well, the last time I had a sleepover, yes, I would say that would be true. But it probably depends on the sleepover. Like, if you have sleeping bags, or if you have both, maybe. I'll say this from experience. If you have to use the restroom in a dream, don't. Thank God, a lot of times, like, I have had dreams where I've had to use the restroom, but, like, I've never had anything bad happen as a result of it. Usually I'll wake up, like, just before I even use the restroom in the dream. Probably because I'm like, something's wrong here. But yeah. You made me remember the time I woke up and everything was white. I couldn't breathe or hear, and I thought I had died. Then I sat up and my white cat had slept on my face. Oh my god, that's so funny. I mean, that's scary for you, but it's also hilarious. Yeah, no, I don't think that it's strange to sleep in the same bed during a sleepover. Like, I've had times where there were 3 girls in one bed for sleepovers. And it's kind of crowded, to be honest, but it's not that bad. I haven't had a sleepover in, like, a very long time, though. Probably 6 years. Yeah, I think 6 years sounds about right. Yeah. I do think it's, like, kind of lame when people are super duper worried about sharing the same bed. Like, you'll be fine, man. It's just for one night. It wasn't comfortable for me, though. I don't know. I think it's pretty common. I don't know about guys, but I know for, like, girls, sleeping in the same bed during a sleepover isn't that weird. Or at least in my experience, that has happened many times. I mean, because, like, what are they called? Like, sleeping bags just kind of suck. They're just not that good. But that would probably be pretty rare if it was like a sleepover party with a bunch of people. Like, if it's like 3 people, it's not that strange. There were my god, what are numbers? There were 4 guys on the bed and 2 girls on the couch. I see. Have you had a dream where you fell from a very high height and you just woke up and you were very sweaty? That's never happened to you? I don't know, maybe you're just not having sleepovers, Roro. Or maybe things have changed. But I know when I would go to Anime Expo, and also before that, like, we would sometimes get a room to be closer to the Anime Expo, and there'd be, like, 2 or 3 beds, and there'd be, like, 2 girls in each bed. That's how we would do it. You know, it probably would be, like, a little bit weirder if it was maybe having a sleepover with, like, an internet friend or something, but, like, these were my friends in real life who I'd, like, spent a lot of time with, so it wasn't that weird. Yeah. You've woken up from choking before. Oh no. That stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that happen to me, but I have had it where, like, it's maybe a little bit hard to breathe, and then, like, I wake up and I'm on my tummy. Wait, the people from chat have friends? Believe it or not, yes. Scientists are shocked. I see the Roro name and it reminds me of one of the Japanese Funa sisters. Oh yeah, true. Roro is super duper cute. My sister, of course, not the Roro in the chat. Nah, but she's cool too. Let me send a little link actually of her. Apparently, the original group of like Funa sisters, the very first ones, like Uni, Roro, Reina, I think that was the three of them. Yeah, oh, and Makuro, who we don't talk about. Apparently those ones were actually sort of like Funamusea adoptables, where you could like buy them, and apparently like in an alternate universe, you know, Uni might not have been Uni. And that'd be very, very strange. But yeah, I think that of all of the original 4 adoptables by Funamusea, probably Roro is the one that most appeals to my design. Just because I really like Roro's hair. Though they all look so, so great, to be honest. Yeah, we don't talk about them. I just had breakfast with a friend on Saturday. I realized we've been friends for 20 years. Jesus. That's awesome, though. I don't really talk that much to my older friends. Which makes me kind of sad. But, you know, I guess it's just natural a lot of times. There were like probably 2 friends that I could really call like my, well, that I could call like my best friends like in childhood and then also through like high school. Though that changed, I guess, in college. Not because of any sort of like falling out or anything, but just because I haven't seen them quite as much. Yeah, there was one girl that I met in kindergarten actually. And we became friends. We were friends for a really long time. I'm still friends with her technically, but I just haven't spoken with her for probably about 2 years. Ah, welcome Funky Town! Hello, hello! It's okay that you're late. I was also a little bit late to stream today. Excuse me. Yeah, I was a little bit late to stream today as well because of some technical issues where I wasn't showing up on the screen, even though I was right here. It was very annoying, so I had to turn off my computer and turn it back on again. And of course with that, I had to turn on all my other settings back on, so yeah, it started a little bit later. Wait, who's Makuro? Basically, an older Funa-tuber, but there were like some controversial things that happened, and yeah. I can't say too much about it, and probably don't ask anybody else about it. But yeah. Long story, exactly, Leah. Also, I don't think I said hello, Leah, so hello, Meowdy Leah, how are you? But yeah, I've been having, other than the horrifying nightmares, I've been pretty good recently. Yeah. I took a little break last week, partially because my throat just was kind of hurting. I don't know what it was, maybe I just like overused it or something, but I wanted to take a little mini break. Oh, I see. Some history is best left behind. Yeah, exactly. It is sometimes like that. But I think that when it comes to like my longest real life friend, it's probably been about, how long has it been? Using my fingers. Finger math. $16 years, I think? Yeah, it's been a long time. I think about 16 years sounds right. Maybe even 17. Been friends with them for a long time. However, I don't know if it totally counts because I really haven't talked to them in maybe like 2 years. So maybe it's more like 14 years. Though I still do consider them to be my friend, and they probably still consider me a friend as well. It's just been a very long time. And my longest internet friend aka somebody that I met on the internet and became good friends with, probably been 6 years. So, yeah, interesting. Old cats are the best cats. That's true. We love old kitty cats. Speaking of which, Poneko, have you ever played The Grey Garden? Because I literally forgot. So it may surprise you, but I actually have not played Grey Garden yet. So far, I have only played Mogeko's Castle and Wadanohara. And for those of you that don't know, I think I've talked about this before, but when I first actually commissioned Funamusea, I hadn't played any of her games. I just really liked her art style a lot. And then I saw like, holy shit, she's made a bunch of really cool games, and I played them and I loved them. But yeah, originally I saw her art style and I was like, this is so unique and so cool. And for about a year, I'd been wanting to do VTubing, but I just wasn't sure who would be a good fit, you know, for my personality and for my vision. Because I sort of wanted something that was a little bit unconventional, but still very clean looking. And, you know, look at me now. I'm not your typical VTuber. I'm not like the other VTubers. No, not exactly, but you know. You've seen Rocco play Grey Garden? I want to play Grey Garden soon. I was actually hoping to stream it sometime. So I'll probably do that sometime soon because I think that Funamusea's games are really fun, and I feel like they'd also be great for streaming because they're not too long. Like, they're really ideal. Because while I love playing Yakuza, and I hope you guys like watching me play Yakuza, I know it's super duper long and you can sort of get like a little bit sick of it, you know? And so Funamusea's game length is pretty perfect for VTubing and streaming. Your dream was quite elaborate, and I was waiting in line with my cat, a Maine Coon. I have a Maine Coon as well. I have 2 of them, actually. And I was waiting for a powerful mayor to buy my cat for a high price, like in the thousands? Only 1,000? Nah, you can't sell him for that. But I wasn't the only one who wanted the aforementioned mayor's attention. There were others in line. They also had cats that they wanted the mayor to purchase, and the cats that they had were alpha ones. Shit, they were alpha as fuck. That's a pretty funny dream. I've had some pretty weird ones as well. I wish I could remember them off the top of my head, but I've had some super duper strange ones. Yeah. When Funa placed a rule over her games regarding recording it, it feels like a fever dream. Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that. Because I actually did hear about Funamusea's games, like, a long time ago. Back in ye olden days when I had a shitty Mac. Yeah, I used to have a Mac. And it was a very dark and sad time because I couldn't play any freaking PC games. And I think that Funamusea's games were all PC only. They probably still are even. And I wasn't able to play them, but I wanted to because I saw the characters, and you know, if I was playing Funamusea when I was like 14 or something, I know I would have been like I would have been obsessed because I loved that kind of stuff. And I still really like that stuff today. But you know, I feel like, you know how Danganronpa is kind of edgy, but it's also really fun and interesting as well. I was a big Danganronpa fan when I was like younger. I still really like Danganronpa to this day, but I feel like Funamusea's games sort of evoke a similar edginess, maybe. At least we can record them now. Yeah, because I wanted to watch the playthrough of Funamusea's games because I couldn't play them. That's what I would do with RPG Maker games back in the day. I would watch like YouTubers play them through, and I was able to play them to an extent through them. Because, you know, RPG Maker games, as you guys know, there isn't really that much gameplay. It's mainly story-based. And so I liked watching people play them through. I mean, whether or not somebody had vocals in the background or if they were talking about it, that's how I liked to experience those games because that was the only way I could, you know? Funa has really interesting lore and a lot of great dark twists. Exactly. And that's why it sort of reminds me a bit of Danganronpa. Obviously, you know, they're not that similar, but I'm just saying, like, I think if somebody likes Danganronpa, they're gonna like Funamusea's games. And if somebody likes Funamusea's games, they're gonna like Danganronpa, you know? You only know Funamusea from her VTuber children. Interesting. It seems like it's always the reverse in my experience. Or at least when I first started VTubing. But I mean, that definitely makes sense though. Oh wait, let me read the rest of the dream. And it gets weirder. Whenever the main coon gets close to the alpha cats start growling and hissing at it, but the main coon remains unperturbed. Interesting. Do you remember which Funamusea child was your first? Which one you met first? It was probably Uni. I feel like Uni is the introduction to the Funatuber family for a lot of people. I know I'm always surprised when it's like, I'm the first Funamusea tuber you've met. It's probably just because it's like such a small world, you know? Oh man, your mind will explode when you see the games. Yeah, I really want to play it. I'm going to play it soon. Like, the only reason why I haven't played it yet is because I wanted to save it for you guys. I wanted to give you guys like a full blind react of it, you know? Where I have no idea what twists are coming. And that I just go into it for the first time. Poneko, who's your favorite Funatuber sibling? I really like all of them. But when it comes to the Funatubers that I interact with the most, it would probably be Uni, Rocco, Reina, Uni, and Mako. I think I probably talk to them more than any of the other siblings. But I really like all of them. They're all quite interesting, nice people. Oh, and also Mephi. And also, Torin. Yeah, but I talked to a fair amount of them. I mean, they're all quite nice. But those are the ones that I mainly speak with, you know? Uni and Rushi, they were collabing with She. Oh, interesting. I see. Very cool. Yeah, that sounded like a lot of fun. I watched some of their stream where they were pretending to be grandmas. That's so cool. You're like from an alternate dimension, the kawaii dimension. And now you're a fan of the Funatubers as well. It's so cool. Makokoko, yes, we love Mako. I can't believe I was alive when Uni was still a sketch. For real, it's crazy. I wonder how a ghost gives birth to a human-wolf hybrid, a nuclear cat, a fire chicken, a bread-loving unicorn, a goth rabbit, and even more than that I don't feel like mentioning. We'll see. Funamusea is just nutty. She's crazy, so she can do all of that and more. Speak of Uni, can you check in on her? She sounds like she needs some support. Oh yeah, I've been talking with Uni, and she's doing all right. I didn't see her stream today. I don't know if anything like happened there, but I'm pretty sure that Uni's doing all right. But you know, obviously, I will check in on her. Not just to see that if she's all right, which I'm sure she is, but just for fun, you know. Me and Uni actually hang out quite a bit, even when we're not streaming. We like playing Eternal Return together and just like talking and chilling. She's definitely been a really, really good friend. Yeah, she's really great. I always say that Funamusea just waits outside the local zoo rejects. What do you mean? Rejects? Nah, if anything, I'm a diamond in the rough, you know? She picked out the very best of the rejects. No, not really. Bro, it's 1 a.m. my time. I'm just not sleeping for 2 days. Now it'll be 3 days. Holy shit. Oh, she canceled the stream today. Yeah, sometimes that happens though. Yeah. I mean, as a VTuber myself, I know that a lot of times when I cancel streams, I can't speak for everybody else, but a lot of times when I cancel streams, it's just because, like, something came up, or if I was, like, feeling a little under the weather, you know, or if I, like, forgot something was scheduled at the same time, so I couldn't do it. But yeah, she's probably alright, Johnny Cat, but I'll say hello to her and check in. But don't worry too much about her, you know. Uni's a strong alicorn. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. A lot of the reason why I began my VTuber journey wasn't only for, you know, for the Pomodachis and for, like, singing and playing games and stuff. I was also really interested in making friends with, like, other weebs. Because a lot of my online friends, while they do enjoy anime and stuff like that, they aren't nearly as weeby as I am. And so I was like, okay, what? Where can I find the most weebs without having to go in a Discord server and talking to random people? Because I don't really like doing that, to be honest. I don't really like talking to randos in Discord. But I was like, VTubing, So that was just one small reason why I was like, that'd be interesting. Because I missed having weeaboo friends from my convention days, you know? Sometimes I get worried about you being a psychology major because I feel like eventually you'll catch up to something I like to hide. Roro. It's okay. I already know everything about you. I already know it, so you don't have to worry anymore. Cause I know all. That is so fair. Oh, wait 1 second. Since you like sad games, do you have a moment to hear about Hoseki? Oh, no, I like that. I like that anime. I watched it. I also read some of the manga, but I don't know. I'm not caught up anymore. I was caught up back in the day, but I don't really know what's going on with it now. I need to reread it. But yeah, Hoseki no Kuni is so good! Land of the Lustrous. So thank you for bringing that up. Land of the Lustrous is like one of the best 3D animes out there. Because usually 3D animes are horrible and disgusting and ugly. It's just the truth. I hate CGI. But they do such a good job. It's so good. Yeah. Land of the Lustrous is way better than Steven Universe. Because the characters are pretty. But it's also really good. You know nothing, Poneko Snow. What do you mean? I know all. I have a bachelor's, you know. I know everything. You know Hoseki no Kuni Lunarian theme medicine? Yes, of course. I know about all of the good anime. Duh. Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, what is that TV on your back is real, and is it true that you are a cat girl? Of course. Look. Would a cat girl have cat ears? No. That doesn't make any sense. So obviously I'm a cat girl. Look at this. I even got a tail. See? No, there isn't a cat girl without cat ears. Unless I get sick and they come off. I'm not sure if you guys saw the new Poneko lore drop. Well, I guess it's not that new. But when I get sick, my ears disappear. It's very, they fall off. You know? But then they grow back, so it's okay. You know, it's no big deal. Cough Berserk 2016. Yeah, surprisingly, I haven't actually watched or read Berserk yet. I really want to. That's something that's pretty high on my list of, like, shows, or not shows, because I heard that the anime is ass, but, high on the list of priorities for mangas and anime-related things I want to check out. I would say the new shows that I want to watch most, well, new to me, they aren't necessarily, like, new in general, are probably Berserk, and then also, what's the other one? Let me look it up, because I remember that character. Made in Abyss. Yeah, I want to watch Made in Abyss. I've heard it is very fucked up and sad, and I kind of like shows like that. I like it when they're not overly fucked up, though, obviously. Like, you know, I don't like gratuitous violence, you know? Like, there has to be a reason. There has to be a purpose. You feel me? If they're just making it gross to be gross, then it's just weird and gross. I don't like seeing gross things. But, you know, if there's a reason for it being gross, then maybe. Has to be a good reason, though. You know, you can't just have a bunch of blood and gore and guts just for the sake of blood and gore and guts, you know? Oh, let me see. The chat is moving. If you know everything, what are the 4 cars I've recently considered buying? I'ma say, 4 Toyotas. Because you're a weeb and Toyota's Japanese? The old anime is not bad. The movies are beautiful, but 2016 is garbage. Ah, I see. Also, goodbye, Leah! I will see you later! Thank you for coming to the stream, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye! Thank you! Also, hello, Kozaku-chan. Welcome, welcome. Still waiting on the Chainsaw Man anime. Yes, I also want to watch and read Chainsaw Man. That is one of the third ones that I can think of right now. Let me actually look to see if there are any other ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Oh, I also want to watch the Heaven's Feel movie, which is, like, Sakura's route through Fate's Stay Night. Because I haven't watched that yet. I've watched, all of Fate's Stay Night, all of Fate's Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, all of Fate Zero. And I think that's, like, the last one I need to watch. Other than the one with Astolfo, but I don't give a shit about him. I don't give a fuck about him. Just cause he's cute and has pink hair doesn't mean I care about him. I already got Mako. And he's way cuter than Astolfo. And his hair is better too. Also, hello Yuika! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Meowdy. Nope, not a single Toyota was considered. Well, you better start considering them then. Otherwise, it'll make me look bad. Do ever was a glitch with this skin because it can happen? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but there are definitely moments where when I'm moving, the facial tracking isn't perfect, or it shows me doing something else than what I'm actually doing. Like, for instance, when I take a drink of water, it won't be able to capture my face quite as well, you know? But, yeah, welcome, Yuka! Welcome, welcome! Also, let's get this. See, I was drinking there, but it just looked like I had my mouth open. Yeah. They're also making a memorial edition of the Berserk movies where they had more scenes. Interesting. Also, hello, Blank! We're just talking about, like, new anime that we want to watch. Not necessarily, like, new in the sense that they just came out, but just anime that we haven't watched yet. Therefore, it is new to us. Also 3D anime, yeah. Because I was saying about how Land of the Lustrous is one of the best animated 3D animes out there. Also Beastars. The 3D animation in Beastars is also very, very clean as well. I think that they're made by the same studio, in fact. Or like the animation's made by the same people? I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, I think that in general, 3D anime is best to be avoided because it's very difficult to make it look good. But I do think when it looks good, it can be really, really special. I sort of wish that with traditional cartoons and cartoon movies or animations that we didn't have as many 3D movies. Because, like, I'm honestly kind of tired of it. Like, I don't like it as much. I honestly prefer, like, the old cel-shaded animations, you know, by Disney, for instance. Like, 3D movies are fine, but I just wish that it wasn't the only animation. Which it pretty much is now, I think. You know? The team behind Beastars is also making a Trigun show? Hell yeah. I've actually watched, like, not that much of Trigun, but I watched, like, the first 5 episodes or so, and I liked what I saw, so seeing an anime remake would be pretty interesting. Hello, Chantilly! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Beastars and Hoseki no Kuni, made by a godlike 3D anime studio. Yes, that is the only anime studio that I trust for 3D anime. I do not trust any of them. Would you watch the 1996 Sonic OVA if I sent it to you? Perhaps. I might. I'm a fickle person, so maybe. I mean, you could send it. What's the worst that can happen? I don't watch it? Who knows? I might, though. Have you watched Chinese 3D anime? They're pretty good looking. Oh, yeah, that might be. I'm not sure if it's in the anime style, though, but I think I've seen, I saw this really interesting stop-motion anime. It wasn't actually anime, I guess, per se, but it was, like, with these dolls or something. And apparently the script was made by Gen Urobuchi. I haven't watched it yet, though, but it looked pretty interesting. They used all dolls. Let me see if I can find it. Thunderbolt Fantasy. I don't know if it was any good or not. I watched the first episode, but it was stop motion with dolls. It was pretty interesting. You know, I like seeing things I haven't seen before. But this is what it looked like. It was pretty neat. I do quite like stop motion. I prefer stop motion over 3D animation. When it comes to like Western cartoons and stuff. Also, wait, is Rocco here? Oh, hello, Radashi. That's actually Roro. Otherwise known as Mofuko. But hello, Radashi, meowdy meowdy. How are you? The Sonic OVA was freaking awesome. Well, if you guys say it's awesome, I'll be the final judge of that. I'll give it a look. I'll see. But yeah, like, when it comes to Frozen, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that. I feel like you probably have. What monstrosity is that? It was this one show that was made with using only dolls, and it just had a kind of unique look, you know? It was cool. Well, at least the animation looked cool. I don't know if, like, the show itself was any good or not. Okay, to be honest, I liked it. Are you talking about the Sonic OVA or about something else? Yeah. I like it when they try and do something new, you know, stop motion animes. Sounds kind of cool, but I do think that the traditional style where it's like drawn looks the best. Though I do think that anime doesn't look quite as good as it did in the past in terms of like faces in anime. Like they've just become a lot more same-facey. I don't know. I kind of miss like the older style of anime. Have you seen Darker Than Black? I have not. I have not seen that yet. It's sad that most animation studios don't even bother with stop motion because it takes so much time. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. Like, I can't be mad at them for not doing it, but I still wish that they would do it more often. Yeah, because it looks really good. I think it's worth the time and effort, but they just don't want to do it. That makes me sad. You can try seeing Soul Land or just watch poster. What's Soul Land? I'm gonna look that up. Oh, is this a Chinese anime? That does look pretty interesting. Yeah, the animation does look good. Though, when I was talking about 3D anime, I was sort of meaning like in a rather than like the 2.5 anime style, which I mean I sort of consider when it looks kind of not human and kind of anime-ish, but not like fully anime. I feel like that looks more like 2.5D, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. But it looks interesting though. The art definitely looks good. Let me see. I have an unpopular opinion. I like the JoJo OVA. Please don't bonk me. I still haven't watched the JoJo OVA actually. I want to watch it soon. Cuz I've been fully caught up now to the most recent seasons of JoJo. Not the manga though, so do not spoil anything that's in the manga. But it was really good. I love JoJo so much more than I thought I would because it's so different from the stuff I usually like. A lot of times I don't like shonen, I don't like action. Like, you know, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that, I'm not really that interested. Same with I don't know, other shows that are like that. One Piece, I don't know. Bleach. I don't know if they do combat in them, but or Naruto. A lot of times I'm just not that interested in action, but with JoJo, I really like it. And it surprised me because I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. Wait, how far are you into JoJo? I am at part 6 right now. And that's just because that's where the anime is. I kind of want to read the manga, but I just love the anime so much, and I don't know if the manga will be quite as good. I'm like, I don't want to read the manga because it'll spoil the anime. But I like Dragon Ball Z. It's not as though Dragon Ball Z is bad. You know, and it's not as though anime, or action anime is bad necessarily. It's just that it's not really my cup of tea. There are some things I can appreciate about it, but I don't really like the lack of dialogue that they have. And maybe that's why I like JoJo so much, because they're always like talking and saying some dumb shit when they're fighting. So I enjoy that. But yeah, I'm at part 6. I haven't finished part 6 yet. Right now it is where Pucci has got the green baby. That probably means nothing to those of you that haven't watched JoJo, but those of you who know. The manga is a bit confusing, so much stuff happening that is hard to follow at times. Yeah, I read a little bit of part 6 before part 6, the anime, came out, and I liked reading it, but it was a little bit difficult to like see, you know, why some person was winning or why they were losing. Whereas I feel like it's better explained in the anime, you know? That's just my thought on it. Plus also the anime is just so good. They animate it so well. It's just beautiful. Yeah, and then I looked up the creator of JoJo, and he's like the same age as my parents. So that was kind of wild. I was like, wow. You guys could be friends. Because I had them watch JoJo eventually. They actually ended up really liking it. Yeah, my dad's favorite season of JoJo is Stardust Crusaders. Because he really liked watching them go through Egypt and just like them going to different countries and stuff. He really liked it. He also liked all the characters too. I think my favorite season of JoJo though is probably part 4. But I need to be very specific. I don't really like the first half of part 4. The first half of part 4 is actually my least favorite part of the JoJo series. But the second half of part 4, I am obsessed with. I love it. Yeah, as soon as they introduced Kira, I was like, this is the best season. It's not even like I'm into Kira, by the way. So don't be like, oh my god, Poe, you like him because he's a serial killer. Because that's not why. I'm not fucked up. But I think that he was such a good antagonist because we got to see it from his perspective. And he wasn't like as OP, like as stupid OP as like past antagonists, you know? Like Cars and Dio. I mean, they were so strong. You know, basically, you know, they made it seem like as though they were unbeatable. Whereas with Kira, he was just really strong. And, you know, the JoJo main characters are just really strong too. So it seemed like a relatively even match. And plus it was like having a second protagonist in a way. But yeah. The creative JoJo really loves his wife. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh. Yeah, he looks so much younger. I thought he was younger. But he's not. So far with JoJo, which JoJo villain had the darkest fate ever in your experience? Well, from the JoJo characters I've seen, probably Cars or Kira. I mean, kind of sucks. I'm not gonna actually, like, spoil too much, because there might be people who haven't watched JoJo yet. But, like, part 4 was my favorite because of the fights with Kira. And the fact that we got to see it from his perspective, and that to an extent he was trying to escape the protagonist. And I thought that that was really different from what they've had in the past. Because it was an even match, and it was like, it was cool. Plus also Kira's personality was just like, more fully fledged than previous villains who were like, I am very evil, and I will take over the world because I am the strongest being. He wasn't like that, you know? He was like, I just want to have a peaceful life murdering people. Yeah. He was not good. He was not a good guy, but he was a good antagonist, in my opinion. But Poneko, what about Diavolo? Oh, when you put it that way, I feel bad for not liking Arc 4 as much. I think it's fair to not like the 4th arc. I really did not like the first half. The first half of part 4, I hated. I was like, this is the worst season of JoJo. I did not like the first half. I did not. But, once they introduced Kira, I started liking it. I forgot what happened before, though, in part 4. I don't know. I didn't like all the characters in part 4. I hated Koichi. Ugh. Koichi was so annoying. And then he ended up with the crazy girl. Like, Koichi, why? She's insane. She's gonna kill you. Why do you like her? She tried to kill you like 3 times. Plus he's a midget. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. That's probably too mean. But he is, like, I don't like his narration. How he's like, wow, and he's just narrating what we're seeing happening on the screen. He's like, oh, he used his stand, I don't like him. If Kira wanted to satisfy his hand thing, he should just ask out the girls and they would have been fine with it. I don't know if they would have liked that. Oh, but Diavolo. My opinion on Diavolo. So, I liked Doppio. And I liked that Diavolo had the split personalities. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked Doppio. I thought he was interesting. And I think that was another thing that made Diavolo better than Cars and also Dio, because he had a weakness to an extent, which was his other personality. And I I liked him alright. I mean, I wasn't obsessed with him or anything. I didn't really like him when he was Diavolo, but I liked him when he was Doppio, you know? That's how I feel about it. Did you hate the Cinderella part as much as I did? What was the, which part was the Cinderella part in JoJo? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. With her, yeah, I hated that part where she got Koichi to like her. Ugh. I can't believe he ended up liking her in the end either. I was like, she's so stupid. Koichi isn't gonna like you. You're crazy. But then he did. Like, you know, you can like yanderes in anime or whatever, but you shouldn't, not in real life. You know, literally the main characters in anime don't like yanderes for a reason. You know, they're crazy. Yeah, I don't find that romantic at all. The only thing I would appreciate about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is Trish having a body swap moment. You like the body swap with Trish? Never seen a single episode of JoJo but pretends to understand what's going on. I mean, I recommend it. I think JoJo is really fun, really unique show. It's unlike any other show in my opinion. And as a person who usually hates action, because it's just so boring a lot of times, to be honest. It's like, snore, I don't care about this stupid fight. I just wanna see something else. JoJo is really fun. Yeah. The body swap, that part is super scary. It is scary. And there's so many, with Trish having like two bodies at the same, or not two bodies, two people. Oh my god, I accidentally just looked up Trisha Paytas instead of Trish from JoJo. Oops. Two yanderes in love with each other. Good luck with that one. I feel like that's probably the only instance where a yandere relationship could work. Because they're both so crazy. That's like a match made in hell, but also heaven. Because if they're both yandere, they are gonna act, hopefully, the way that they would like the other person to act, you know? I feel like that would not be as bad of a couple as like a yandere with like a regular person. I remember when I used to watch Mirai Nikki, I really hated Yuno. I was like, I hate this bitch! Ah! I was watching ASMR reading the comments saying that they wanted a yandere in real life. I know! It's kind of cringy when people say that, to be honest. Like, I can understand why you would find yanderes attractive. Because usually they are sexy as fuck. But, you know, in real life, you don't want that. You don't want that shit. I mean, what's a yandere gonna do if you're just into them from the beginning? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing though, is it's like, yanderes wouldn't be so bad if they weren't like insane about even things that aren't romantic. Like, I know typically in anime, yanderes will get mad at the main character for like even just being platonically friends with characters of the same sex, of the opposite sex. Like, it's not just that they love you so much that they would kill for you or kill you. It's like they wanna control every single move you make, you know? And that's that would just suck. That'd be so awful. But yeah. Oh, now bye for real. All right, bye. I will see you later, Papuko. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope that you had fun. Oh, I think I might have actually watched or read that Stalker X Stalker. I don't know. Trust me, you don't want somebody that from one moment to the other stares blankly at a point on your forehead. I know, exactly. Look at how scary I am when I'm yandere. Look at this. You weren't watching other VTubers, right? You're only Pomodachis, right? I'm your number one Oshi, right, chat? I'm not the best at being yandere. Cause I'm actually something called mentally stable, teehee. But I do like yandere sometimes. I just don't want... A lot of times, honestly, the yandere character is too good for whatever, like, milquetoast main character they're in love with. That's the other thing, too. It wouldn't be a good match for either one of them. It's like the yandere shouldn't be into him because he's not even cool enough for that. He doesn't deserve that sort of undying love and affection. You've already escaped from a yandere VTuber? Oh no. Is that the one in the ASMR comments you were talking about? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. For me personally, I don't really like spoken ASMR, but I enjoy ASMR of like certain just non-speaking sounds. Like, there's one ASMR thing I like where it's this guy who has these hooves and he like scrapes them and gets all the gunk out. Kind of like that one. I also like the ear massages that they do sometimes. Or oil ear massage, I don't know. I like the way it sounds. It sounds cool. And then there's other ones as well. I don't remember the names of all of the different kinds of ASMR, but you know, like certain things like tapping or whatever. I would kind of be interested in maybe like dipping my toe into that kind of ASMR. But I wouldn't really want to do like role-playing ASMR or whatever. But that's just my opinion on it. Sorry, Poneko, but I support Rocco too, ha ha ha, and Uni when I managed to catch her streaming. That is fine with me. But yandere, Poneko might not be so happy about that. But that's okay. She only comes out rarely. ASMR hurts my ears. That's true. A lot of ASMR does hurt my ears as well. I'm pretty picky about it. I don't really like it when it's like them telling me about how like we're going on a date together or whatever. Like, I don't want to go on a date with you. Stop. Just massage my ears already, beach. I came here for the massage, nothing else. But that's just how I feel about it. I think a lot of people really love that stuff. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't like ASMRs where they actually yell. Do they ever do that in ASMR? I feel like whenever people do ASMR, they're always whispering, like, blah, 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 blah. Something, something. I don't know. It's kind of interesting how some people are good at ASMR. Because it's kind of a unique skill that doesn't really make that much sense. Like, you can definitely tell, I think, when somebody's better at ASMR versus, like, worse. But it's so far removed from any skill that you would have in real life. It's kind of interesting, you know? It's usually, like, tapping on something. But I think you would probably have to be good at, like, audio mixing type stuff, maybe. So it might tap into some of that. But it's kind of interesting, I think. I get why some people want a yandere. They want someone that will not break up with them and they are lonely. True, Kozaku-chan. True. Yes. Yes, tell him. Tell him, Kozaku. You just want a yandere because you're desperate. I mean, honestly, you're not wrong, though. I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but there have been a few instances of quote-unquote real-life yanderes where it's like some kind of attractive woman who, like, stabs this guy that she's into for, like, cheating on her. And I always see comments where it's like, wow, real-life yandere, I wish she would be my girlfriend. Like, did you not just see that guy get stabbed? You don't want her as your girlfriend, man. The only skill I have is eating. Well, you know, eating is a very important skill, because without it, you would die. Poneko facts. I'm sampling that to make a Five Nights at Freddy Poneko chromatic. I don't know what that means, but that sounds very cool. Oh, I actually have some kind of interesting news. Oh, actually, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Bro, you'd have to be desperate to prefer to be with a murderous gal instead of single. That's true. Being alone is better than being with a crazy person. Ask me how I know. That is very, very true. Before somebody has dated, they're like, yeah, I'm fine with anybody as long as they're cute. Like, that was not true. Being cute is not enough. Oh, Friday Night Funkin'. Oh, I thought it was Five Nights at Freddy. They have this... Oh, actually, no, they don't have the same acronym. They have a very similar acronym, though. Five Nights at Freddy, FNF, FNAF. Yeah. I feel like you guys are calling me out with my girlfriend choices. I mean, if they're just anime girls, I guess I can look past it. But yeah, you wanna be cautious in real life, because there are some people like that could be considered real life yanderes, and they're a little nutty. It's not as though the sentiment of loving somebody so much that you would like kill for them is horrible. But I mean, it would have to be for like a good reason, you know? Like, if you were to kill somebody for them because that person was hurting them, then that would make sense. But if you're killing somebody for them because you don't want them talking to another person, then that's kind of messed up. Yeah. Yeah, but even as a person who likes yanderes, I know that actual cases of real-life yanderes are not people I want to date. For real. Nah, she stabbed me when we first met. She's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, she's like a really nice girl, except for, like, the stabbing. She's never hurt me before, except for the time that she stabbed me 23 times. Is it worth it having someone control your life, stay away from people you are close to, even your family and friends? No. Though, I do think that sometimes people are a little bit too sensitive about certain levels of control. Because, you know, to an extent, if you're in a relationship with someone, you know, you are going to control certain parts of each other's, like, routine and behavior, you know? But that's just, like, by virtue of being in a relationship. It's like you have to make certain accommodations and do certain things, you know? And some of that can be normal. Like, I've definitely seen more than a few instances where people will say somebody's being extremely controlling, when it's like, that's actually very reasonable. You know, and it's just, you have to know where the line is, you know? My ex wasn't violent, but when she got upset at me, she would tell others I was physically and sexually abusive when I did no such thing. Not worth dealing with a crazy person. That's very true. Not even just for the physical harm, but also for the mental trauma. Do not want either one of those. I was just having a little sipperoni. I had 3 stab wounds when I was 12. Can we get a story on that? I've never been stabbed before, but I once sat on a stick and it got stuck in my leg. It was a pretty thick stick too. I mean, it was like as thick as a Sharpie. Yeah. It was crazy because I didn't even feel it. Like, I didn't feel it stab me. But, I was wearing these thick jeans, and I felt something poking on my jeans. And I pulled them up, and then there was this giant stick stuck in me! It's crazy. And so I had to call somebody over to pull it out. The other time that I had something sort of similar happen was when I was walking around the mall and like a big dummy, I had my pencil in my purse and it was sticking up and I fell backwards down onto my pencil and it was stuck in my thigh. And I had to pull it out myself. Yeah. It was kind of scary, but it was actually surprising. It didn't actually hurt that much, probably because I was like shocked, you know? But it was always interesting though, because when I would pull it out, like even though it was big, you know, it was pencil sized or it was Sharpie sized, when I pulled it out, it wasn't like a gaping hole or anything. It was like a tiny little prick. Tiny little prick, it like closed right up, you know? Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Some other sucker married her. Oh, no! Oh, no! For deep stabs, it's best not to pull it out. You kind of want to keep the blood in you. Yeah, I think it probably wasn't that deep. And it probably wasn't that wide. So that's probably why it was okay. But yeah, maybe I should have just left it in me. But that was like a middle schooler, so I was like, I want to get this pencil out of me. Yeah, but it didn't hurt. I mean, it didn't hurt to pull it out very much, and it didn't, like, hurt that much to have the stick pulled out either. It's kind of wild. Yeah, maybe this shock made it not hurt quite as much. It was scary, though. I mean, it looked freaky. Those are the only times I've been impaled by a, you know, something sharp and stabby. It was not fun. When I was 8, I tripped on some wet rocks and scraped my right thigh. You remember when you got stabbed in 1st grade? Pro tip, don't stab yourself with a newly sharpened pencil. That's happened to me before too, but like it didn't go through the like my hand or anything. But I'm not sure if you guys have ever done it where you have a pencil and you take it in the palm of your hand and you're holding it. But usually, you know, you do this with the eraser side and you like, you know, take your hand, go up and down like this. And I don't know why I do it, but I did. And then one time I accidentally did it with the pencil side facing down and it hurt. Is that what happened to you, Cooler? Did you have the same experience as me? I didn't stab like that far through though, because I stopped myself. Thank God. Yeah, not fun at all. But it worked out in the end, you know, I was fine. One time a person accidentally threw a pencil and it almost stabbed my eye. So that was really scary. That was in middle school, I think. God, I hate middle school. Middle school is the worst year. Middle school is by far, I think, the worst year ever. Someone stabbed you with a butter knife but failed. That's because it was a butter knife. What the hell are they thinking? That's the whole thing about butter knives, is that they aren't sharp. They're meant through cutting butter, not skin. I scared in elementary school a girl with a lead pencil where the lead went back in the pencil to make it look like it went in my hand. Oh damn, that's scary as fuck. Also, hello user, welcome. Middle school was traumatizing. Yeah, middle school was definitely my least favorite grades. No question. Because it's, people are more out of control than high school, but people are like more mean than elementary school. But also everybody thinks that they're like an adult in middle school. So that's just the worst year. Yeah, I did not like middle school very much. I think it was for 1 year I didn't have any friends in my middle school. It wasn't like bad or anything, because like nobody bullied me, but it was still kind of sad, you know, because I didn't have anybody to like play with, because I had a big falling out with my friend, And I've always been, you know, to be honest, the kind of person who likes to put all of her eggs in one basket. So when it comes to, like, friends and stuff, I would always, like, have, you know, 1 or 2 or 3, like, best friends. And that would be all. That would be, like, all my friends, pretty much. I mean, there would be, like, a few cases where I wouldn't. But, you know, in this case, I had one best friend, and then it didn't work out with her. And then I didn't have a friend for, like, a whole year. So that kind of sucked. I hated middle school. It was the worst one. My high school experience was so much better. I agree. High school was so much better, just in every sense of the word. Oh, also, let me see. Pablo. Also, hello, Pablo. Welcome. How are you? I remember students in my middle school assaulted staff several times. Yeah, that's the thing, is middle schoolers are crazy. They're insane. Yeah, ooh. You have no experience with middle school? Did you just go straight from elementary school to high school? Huh? I remember once a girl got in trouble for taking pictures of other girls in the locker room. But why? That's so crazy. Yeah, I didn't have anything like that, but there was one crazy PE teacher in my middle school who was a guy, and, like, he thought that, oh, because some girl was late to his, like, PE class, that he could just go into the girls' locker room and yell for her. Like, nothing happened in the end from it. But then later on, he got in trouble for taking creep shots of people. Very creepy. Yeah, there's some mega weirdos that work in schools. A lot of people are great, I think. Like, the vast majority of teachers and people and all that are normal, nice people that care about kids. But damn, if they're not, there are a couple of weirdos. I think every single person who's gone to school has at least one similar story like that. Like, I know one of my friends had a teacher that got in trouble for having sex with a student. I feel like all of my friends have a similar story. There's always somebody like that. Yeah, no wonder my mom refused to send me to middle school. I don't think that's a middle school exclusive thing, but yeah, middle school is definitely the worst. It's when the children are the worst, and it sucks too because, like, you're used to this smaller elementary school and then you get thrown into this other one where there's, like, so many more kids that you have no idea who they are. It was just a hard adjustment for me for the first year, to be honest. One time someone broke into the boys' locker room. Oh my god, that's so scary. Oh no. Thankfully, my high school years have been pretty cool so far, mostly because I was homeschooled for 2 years now. That's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying high school. Yeah, you were probably homeschooled because of COVID. God damn. That's wild. Yeah. I think that you probably had good timing with that because you skipped the 2 worst years. 7th grade and 8th grade. There were pics being passed around of a girl after I graduated middle school with, I was told by my friends though. Oh no. That's scary. That's always wild. Well, my math teacher believed in UFOs and my drama teacher talked about his sexual affairs. What the hell? Yeah, that's kind of inappropriate, I think. They should not be talking about that with high schoolers. You guys worry me. What do you mean? Don't be worried. We're not the fucked up ones, it's them. Literally none of this happened over here. Nah, Rora, nah. You just don't know about it yet. OMG, Cooler Soup is a kid. I feel old. I know, Cooler Soup is younger than I expected. Don't even get me started in 3rd grade. I don't know, I liked 3rd grade. I liked elementary school. I don't think that there were any years that I didn't like of it. Other than second grade, because in second grade I had to keep on switching schools. Because originally I went to private school, and then I switched to another private school because that one closed down. And then that private school that I had to switch to sucked ass. It was horrible. And the teachers were really, really mean. And yeah, that I switched back to, you know, public school. But it was so fucked up though, because I did a spelling test and I spelled everything correctly, but they took away points because my my letters weren't perfectly on the line. Like, I spelled it right, didn't I? I spelled it right! Why are you taking away my points? Those are mine! You guys didn't know. I figured you were like 18-ish. Yeah, I thought you were around 18, but it's not a big deal. It's fine if you guys watch and are a little younger than 18. I just don't want like any super duper young kids here. You know, I think it's alright for like teenagers to watch streamers that aren't like overly sexual or like overly graphic, you know? It's just my opinion. I think that some people are a little bit too strict about that, where it's like, you know, you aren't even doing anything. You aren't doing anything suspicious. You know, they should be able to watch you. That's just my opinion though. It's like, you know, if somebody is 15, I mean, they can handle PewDiePie, and they can handle Markiplier, you know? It's like, I think some people are a little strict about it. But definitely you want to be cautious still, if there are children. I won't get started about the things my classmates made back then. Goddamn, on a happier note, my biology teacher got married with a language teacher. Aw, that's cute. Oh my gosh, hello Margaret! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Meowdy Margaret. This is my friend Margaret. She is very cute. She is super duper cute. She's really good at drawing also. She's amazing. We also played a game together once. It was pretty fun. But though I didn't like the game very much, I liked spending time with Margaret. You know, she was able to make it bearable. Remember the Sonic movie from 1996? That was when I was born. Oh damn. The Sonic movie was the heralding of your birth. What's amazing is I catch your stream. Yeah, what time is it over there? It's probably like 9 a.m. or something. Rocco was so cool, she turned 21 twice. Damn, forever 21, I guess, right? That is pretty cool, though. 21 is a good age to be. Even though... even though I don't really drink that much. I still like to drink every so often, though. I like the very sugary drinks. Yes, super duper fruity tooty. If it tastes like alcohol, I won't drink it. It's nasty. I'm drinking water right now though, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't have the goofy juice here with me. Not quite yet. Totally to not bring up underage drinking. Yeah, underage drinking would not recommend. I mean, when I was younger, I think I probably drank underage. I mean, not including the times where, like, my parents would be like, hey, do you want to try a little sip of this? Probably, like, 4 times? I don't know. Not that often. I was a pretty good kid, you know? I was pretty good. That's probably more than some, less than most? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It's funny that my mom thinks that we're American. What do you mean? Oh, it's noon since we're having summertime. Oh, true. Australia is really weird about the time zones. Oh my god, the place that's even weirder though is Antarctica, because they'll have times of the year where it is totally dark out, and then they'll have times when it's, you know, kind of sunny all day. Yeah, that would be like hell on earth, to be honest. Your biological clock would be so bad. Seasonal depression would probably be at an all-time high during those dark months. I can just imagine those some edgelers be like, I live in the darkness. I'm probably never gonna touch alcohol even when I turn 21 because it seems like it tastes like crap. I agree. It's kind of sucky. I don't really like it that much. I don't really drink that much. But if it's like a sweet drink, it can taste pretty good. But even so, like, alcohol's so expensive. It's so expensive. It's not worth it. It's bad for your liver. It's not worth it. You know, I think every so often, and if it's in moderation, it's not a big deal, but yeah. It is not worth it in the end. If you enjoy your life without alcohol, you're probably not going to enjoy it more with alcohol, you feel me? Middle schoolers were talking about drinking and smoking on the bus when I was in high school. Oh god, that's so awful. Yeah, I remember at my high school, there, like, the underclassmen, they were wild. I mean, like, I'd had an underclassman for a long time. I'd been an underclassman myself. Like, these kids were wild. They were vaping in the restroom, and they were making swastikas out of poo. It was nasty as fuck. Like, what's wrong with you? That's so gross. For, like, a multitude of reasons. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they were wild. They were, like, I think that year was just insane. But yeah, like, of course, they're middle schoolers. Yeah. I'd never seen such a crazy group of kids all in one year. Nani the fuck? I know! What was wrong with them? Yeah, they were unhinged. Very, very awful. Kids in my high school smoked weed quite often in the bathrooms. Yeah, that wouldn't really happen all that often at my school, but it would sometimes. Yeah. I never smoked weed, though. Because I'm good. Yeah, but honestly, I'm never gonna excuse me. I'm never gonna smoke weed. I don't want to, because it's like, it's bad for your lungs. That happened at my elementary school. Jesus Christ! Even the young children? Jesus. No, seriously, what the heck is going on with your guys' schools? That was just 1 year, okay? That was 1 year. Yeah, the other... No other group of kids did that. That year was just, like, particularly horrible. They would do that, like, throwing around poo, and, yeah, they're like monkeys, literally. It was weird. Oh, God. Yeah, they were really racist. And also just gross, too. It's so funny, too, because, like, you look at them, and when I was a high schooler and I saw these kids, I was like, they look like elementary schoolers. Why are they so insane? Okay, I'll admit, I hate that my country made weed legal. Am I even spelling that right? My high school, and middle school were out in the sticks, not a great area. Yeah. Honestly, I know I'm talking all this shit about my high school, my middle school, but they were actually pretty good. They were pretty decent. Like, pretty decent quality in terms of education. Fights were rare, you know. Well, actually, my middle school kind of sucked, but my high school was pretty good. My high school was pretty good. There were, like, barely any fights, barely any bullying, not that many drugs. That was pretty good. Throwing poo? I know! What is wrong with them? And they threw it in, like, and they smeared it in, like, swastika shapes. It was like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Like, you know, drawing a swastika is bad enough, but, like, you're gonna draw it with poo? Like, you somehow made that even worse. You made it even more disgusting. I feel so bad for the janitors, too, like, having to clean that up. God. In the school, kids would play marbles marbles and use it to gamble. That's kind of fun. That sounds like innocent fun, you know? Fights weren't common, but it wasn't rare. Yeah. I'm glad that there were not that many fights. There's probably like one fight once a year at my school, from what I could remember. It was a rare thing. What about rival school fights like in 80s anime? Those are freaking here. For real? Do you live in an anime, Radashi? I always thought that stuff was just like fake. I mean, I guess to an extent it's real, like in certain, you know, high school football battles where they're like, we're so much better than you guys at this other school that I can't say the name of. We're so much better than you. And all that, but OMG, I know, Margaret! I'm sorry you had to listen to that. I don't know what was wrong with them. They were just crazy kids, like to the max. Jesus. Never go to school in Montreal. Never go to Montreal. It has pretty buildings, but my god, they smoke like no tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not a fan of, like, secondhand smoke at all. The one thing I don't like about Las Vegas is when you go inside, they're smoking a lot. And because in Las Vegas it's like one of the only places where smoking indoors is legal, it's kind of a problem, you know? Yeah, it's kind of an issue. Yeah, secondhand smoke is really bad for you, so you gotta be careful. Probably secondhand vape too. I mean, I remember when I was walking around at my community college, there would be quite a few people that would just smoke out in public, out in broad daylight, like practically in your face. Didn't like it. Yeah, no. Honestly, it's just kind of lame. Like, if you're gonna smoke, do it somewhere where you aren't bothering others, in my opinion. Because it's either smelly or, like, you don't want to be breathing that in, you know? Yeah. At least I don't want to be. Someone might like the smell of cotton candy and bubble gum, but I don't. I don't want that. If you go to Vegas in the summer, prepare for the heat, too. True. You can smoke inside of the building. That's so... Yeah, it's just in Las Vegas, though. In the rest of the United States, I'm pretty sure it's actually illegal to smoke inside. But in Las Vegas, it is one of the only places where it is legal. Maybe not in all buildings, but I know in some restaurants it's legal. And I know in casinos it's legal. Yeah, for those of you that are not American or do not know about Las Vegas, it is basically like the gambling capital of the world. They have a bunch of casinos. It's really fun. I love Las Vegas. I know I was just shitting on it, but Las Vegas is one of my favorite places. And I don't even gamble. I don't gamble. I don't really drink or do drugs, but I really like it. There's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of really good food. And there are a lot of really big buffets, and I love buffets, so I love Las Vegas. But yeah, other than the secondhand smoking, would recommend Las Vegas. Good, Johnny, good. Never go for any reason. No! Oh no, my phone ran out of juice. I was actually about to be ending the stream pretty soon, and I think that my phone running out of batteries is a pretty good time to end it. Yeah, I was using it a little bit before the stream. Probably not the best move, by me. But I think that this is a good ending point. So let me just look at some of the rest of the comments, and then I will just stick to the tourist areas. Some areas are really bad. Yeah, that's true. Have you been there? Dumb question, I know. I have. I've been to Las Vegas, like, probably 10 times. I don't live there, but I go there on vacation pretty often. I like it quite a bit. Poneko, back in the olden days, restaurants and hotels used to ask you smoking or non-smoking. Yeah, no, I know. I'm glad that they changed that. Thank God. Well, thanks for the stream. It was a fun talk. This was a nice chat. Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. We discussed a lot of very pressing issues. And I had a great time seeing you guys. I hope that you had fun, and I hope to see you again next week. Thank you guys so much, and remember, Pomodachi Pride, good night and goodbye, everybody. Thank you.